Hi guys, welcome to the final video. So this is the final walk around video of our 6-bed HMO for supported living project. I think the original quote in terms of time frame was between 8 to 10 weeks. This is week 10 or technically week 11, but I think we kind of finished it last week and now we're just kind of putting bits and bobs in. In terms of time frame, actually everything went, I wouldn't say like absolutely perfect, but compared to the sort of issues you get with a lot of projects, there really wasn't many issues with this at all. Nothing that we couldn't handle. It's sort of the relatively straightforward building issues here, building issues there, but there were solutions straight away, and we just cracked on and sorted them out. Ashley will go through over them with you in details, just so you know what to expect. But yeah, in terms of the overall project, this was really straightforward. I think we kept in budget and time frame.
The budget went over.
Was it like crazy amounts within?
It was about. To be fair, it was about 30% over what we originally quoted, but that's because
of the extra issues.
Yeah,
okay, which actually will go over. Okay, let me quickly turn around.
So thank you very much. So what I'm going to do on this video is, you guys have seen it now for a few weeks, but I'm just going to quickly walk you around. Try and point out as much of the new stuff that's happened in the property as I can remember. Probably give a couple of shout outs to the guys that help us to get to this stage in the development. So firstly, shout outs to our main contractor Michael from AlphaCon. This property was already a running HMO, so it was already a running 6-bed HMO. Now for this client, we've already brought and renovated sort of one supported property. We've renovated another supported property, but this one was probably the oldest of them. So when we initially got the builder in and done the quote and whatnot, it was all good. We tried to just really do a refurbishment, but because the property hadn't been refurbished for a number of years, there were a lot of stuff sort of underneath the surface that you guys probably wouldn't have seen that we needed to address. So first things first, you can see up there we have got our electricity meter. So new RCD has been wired up. One of the issues that we had with the RCD was that there was no earth, or there wasn't a proper earth system. The previous one was done by an electrician after speaking to Western Power, so that's something that we got sorted. So again, something now that's not going to need to be worried about is the earth system. Just down there too, you can see we've created a little cupboard. Let me see if you can see in there actually, where you can access the gas meter. So this is room number 1 in there, and that's where the gas meter sat previously. But obviously we don't want to have the need to go into a tenant's room to check the gas meter. So step in. So you can see radiators. So we've reused the radiators, painted them a really nice sort of matte anthracite grey. Where needed, we've put new TRVs on so the tenants can control the temperature. All new fire doors and frames. Now this was one of probably the first issues that we found. Previous fire doors and frames were definitely not compliant, but absolutely horrible. So what we had to do is obviously take them out. But once we took them out, you guys would understand that normally, you're going to probably take a little bit of plaster off. Now, I believe because of the age of the plaster and the age of the fire doors and frames, it ripped out a chunk, and this was pretty much on every door. So you're talking sort of probably out to here. We're ripping out on most doors. So, good. We have got over that. We had to obviously clean that up. So, firstly, shout out to AJ Blinds for supplying our blinds. So, standard grade blinds that we go for on our supported property. You can see here, tenants have got brand new bending in, brand new duvets, etc. We've implemented putting in small bins into the room, so the tenants, if they're enjoying their own space, that they don't need to get up and go to a kitchen. Standard furniture set, so a little bit of a mix and match in this one. You guys will know that we don't normally like to do mix and match, but a lot of the furniture that was already in the property was of a good quality, so it just meant that we tried to keep as much as possible. So shouts out to Eddie from HMO Furnitures for providing chest of drawers. And even there, I think we've kept that mirror because it's just a nice big mirror. We didn't want to get rid of it. Shouts out to Assad for providing us with the carpet. So we've gone with the dark grey carpet, and we've gone with sort of a grey lino here as well. Quick tip for you guys would have seen in a couple of our properties. We're using that commercial grade carpet at the front entrance, and that means the tenants can wipe their feet there, get it as dirty as they need to, but it's good quality stuff. So into bedroom number 2. So again, you can see a slight bit of a mix and match with the furniture, but it has got absolutely everything in here that it needs. So freshly painted throughout the whole house, fully furnished. We have obviously made sure that the fire alarms, smoke detectors, emergency lights are all working correctly, and we have actually replaced them where needed. And you can see a little bit of artwork in the room. So a nice big double bedroom. Now, into the kitchen. Now, if you guys rewind about 10 weeks, you would have seen the state that the kitchen's in. So the kitchen has been fully transformed. Fully transformed. So another one of the additional costs actually came from here too. So you would remember this wall, the wallpaper and, sorry, the paint and the plaster was literally just falling off. The wall was damaged. It had been damp for probably a number of years, to be honest. So we've rectified that. As we started doing that, we knew we were going to put in a new kitchen. Now, many of you guys will know, apologies. So our thinking was, and our builder's thinking was, it's pointless putting in a new kitchen and you've got bad walls behind it. You've got walls that are potentially leaking. You've got walls that are coming away. You've got plaster that's very poor. So what we actually done was we managed to reskim the whole of the kitchen and put the new units in. So have a look. Looking really nice. Again, reuse this American fridge freezer because, you know, it's a big fridge freezer. It's going to do what we need and it's good quality. Yeah. So all new kitchen units. It's looking really nice. The only thing that we've kept in here, apart from the fridge freezer, is the flooring, which, you know, they're big, pretty solid tiles, so it made sense for us to keep them. Now you come into this small area here, you can see we've got a new Worcestershire Bosch boiler. So this is been moved from actually the 3rd bedroom, or bedroom number 5, I believe, which is right above us. Again, 2020, we don't need boilers in rooms. It's a hazard. Get it down here, get it somewhere where it's safe. And we've boxed in all the pipe work as per the requirements for supported accommodation. And ultimately, it just gives it a much better aesthetic look. Into our bathroom, so fully repaced shower room. You can see we've got the aqua boards there, running off a thermostatic
from
shower.
Mr. Daniel Kennedy.
Cheers, Dan. You would have been fuming if we didn't shout him out. Yeah. Brand new LVT tiles on the floor, new sink, basin, toilet, mixer tap, etc. So let's have a walk upstairs. Back garden is dark now, so you're not really going to see much. But another one of the issues actually was this back door was slightly coming off its hinges. So we just had to do some remedial work to the inside and the outside of this back door. Right, let me think what else we had. What other issues we had. Okay, into bedroom number 3, which is one of our large double bedrooms. So the big issue in here was we had the issue with the plaster around the door frames, but we also had a huge issue with that, with the plaster around the windows. So the downstairs bedroom, we've changed it to a brand new double glazed, also up here and a couple of other rooms. But when we pulled out the old single glazed windows, I mean, I think we were pulling out brickwork all around here. So there was a lot of remedial work that needed to happen. This is why it's really important that investors have a pot for contingency and they understand that things like that may occur. Now, if our investor didn't have a contingency pot for the repairing of the walls, it would have posed some difficulties because ultimately it needed to be done. And probably because it hadn't been done, I mean, I would say 10, 15, probably 20 years it hadn't been refurbed off the top of my head. Yeah. But it needed to be done. One more thing as well. So you would have seen previously here, there was a window that you could look through. Now, tenant safety, tenant security, tenant privacy, it's not something that you would want in a professional HMO. It's not something that we would want in a supported property, so we've obviously rectified it. Again, all new paint on the radiators, TRVs were needed. Room number 4, again you can see up there where there was a bit of a glass window people could look through. Definitely weird. So into this room had an issue with leaking. Now when you first came in here, there was a whole load of mould. There was sort of issues all down the side of this wall that we needed to look into. Now, initially when the building work started, we couldn't really find the source of where the leaking was happening, and we were under the impression that it was actually just the tenants that was in here. The room wasn't in the greatest condition. As we started to do the building work, as we replastered and painted, it started to come through again. So what we had to then do is investigate again upon the roof, found out the source of the problem, and also found a few more issues. Again, the roof hadn't been done for a number of years, so it just made sense to get it done. The investor now is not going to have to worry. He's going to rent it out to our supported accommodation partners, and he's not really going to have to worry about much for a number of years. Into our bathroom, so we've just changed the flooring in here and gave it a good clean. Gave it a new paint, and it looks really fresh. So a couple of new shower rooms. Into bedroom 5. So bedroom 5 again finished. Previously the boiler was housed here, so it's actually the smallest room in the property, and it also had the boiler in here.
And it's a noisy boiler as well.
It was, yeah. And again, there was a single glazed window here. Actually, when we took the project over, it was smashed, which was obviously not good news. So again, freshened up the room, fresh carpet, fresh paint throughout, all new furniture, where you can see. And again, we're really happy with this room. There are probably 1 or 2 snags that are left to do that are going to be done tomorrow. This is one of them. I'm 6'2" and don't want that happening, obviously, so that's going to be changed. Into room 6, our loft room. What I'll do first, let's walk you through the bedroom side. So bedroom side, small sofa. We actually had to replace the window frames up here. You can see brand new window frames because those were leaking as well. So again, probably just years of not being maintained or issues not being reported. New bed. We've made the shower area a little bit safer. You can see you've got a handle here, and we've changed the steps so it's non-slip steps. And then into what we would say is the living side of this room. Now, we all know the regulations with regards to height, 1.5 meters. This room does pass regulations. It has been used for years as a professional HMO, so no issues there. But yeah, we've had to make sure on this refurb that all the compliance issues that probably previously hadn't been looked at, had been looked at. Things had been rectified that needed to be rectified. And ultimately, it was just about getting the property up to a standard that our supported accommodation provider is happy with, and that the investor's happy with, and that the investor's happy to hand it over for probably a 5-year period now, where he's just going to sit back, receive his rent, not have to worry about maintenance, any type of repairs, and that's about it. So yeah, I think this is another one completed too.
That's it, all done, and then a few more to go.
Yep.
Okay, so
on to the next.
Yeah, on to next. So I think we're getting our partners in. Are they getting signed off?
Yeah. So literally, I'm just waiting for some certificates that hopefully I should get today.
Yeah.
Once those certificates, I've got them, the email's getting sent off, and we can get this inspected and handed over.
Okay, and I think from then we take over the maintenance side of things.
Yeah.
So then we keep an eye on the maintenance, and our partners will then tenant and look after the tenants. Okay, hopefully that's been helpful. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.